Alrighty, hi everyone. Welcome to the first ever WaffleCometh video. This is a bit of an experiment. I've been wanting to do something like this for a long time. And finally there's a game out that I just love to pieces, and decided to start with Hades for a number of reasons. It's a game I feel comfortable with, and I just generally want to increase exposure for this game because it's just beautiful and perfect in my opinion. This is the fourth release and latest release from Supergiant Games. I played Bastion whenever that first came out, and that game hit me quite strongly as well. So they're just a company that I have a great deal of respect for in terms of their game design. This game has been no exception. This is by far my favorite of theirs. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Yeah, I think we'll just do regular for this, so I don't look like too much of an idiot playing this. Like I said, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So we'll get started here.
Of Hades, whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
Okay, so Hades is a roguelike dungeon crawler.
Goodbye, Father.
Where you play the son of Hades. And I've decided to do like a full playthrough. I've played this game a lot, as you probably saw on the previous screen. There is a lot of replay potential for this game. It is available on Steam. That's where I am playing it. It's also available on the Switch, and I believe through Epic Games as well on PC. This has been in early access for, I want to say, about 3 years, and we have just finally gotten the full release from it here in September. So I'm a little bit late to the ball game here as far as playing it for an audience, but you know, better late than never. So it's a game I've played a lot of. I've got about like 773 hours or something into this game already. So I've played the crap out of it, and I am going to continue playing the crap out of it. But I thought, you know, for YouTube I might start over and see how good I can do from scratch here. So this is our first room that we've completed here. This will be a boon from Athena.
Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hail, noble cousin. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
Okay, so we have a number of options here. I think at this point we're with the we start with the sword. There'll be a number of different weapons we can choose from later on, but obviously to start out you have limited options, and you kind of unlock things later as you go and as you get stronger. So I think with this being the first room here and us having the sword, I think we should take a stronger attack. So we'll take Divine Strike here.
I know you can't hear me all the way where you are, goddess, but thank you.
This is obviously based on the Greek mythology, if you hadn't picked that up yet. Which is another reason I'm a huge fan of this game. I'm kind of a sucker for Greek mythology. But I'll kind of try to, you know, explain things as I do them, so that, you know, anyone who hasn't played the game or is thinking about playing the game can get a feel for if it's something that they'd be interested in. And like I said, I just generally want to increase exposure for people who may not have heard of the game. Just in my own feeble attempt to, you know, do something positive for the company that made it. They put a lot of time into this game. I just picked up Darkness, by the way. That will serve us for future runs, as it'll help us unlock new abilities through the mirror, which we'll get to later on here. They kind of just put you right into it at the start here. So up next is going to be a Palm of Power, which will increase the abilities we already have. Thankfully we're getting some help from our stun lock here whenever we hit enemies. Typically on a run, when you pick your weapon, you have an attack and a special. You also have a cast, which is that can be upgraded as well. So we only have the one ability to increase right now, so that'll increase our attack damage. Let's see here. So we got some Darkness already. We'll go for a Chthonic Key next. That'll help us unlock new abilities, and that was silly. But that'll also help us unlock new weapons in the future to take with us on future runs. You also have a dash strike, which is similar to a regular attack, but if you dash an attack, it's a bit of a stronger attack. I dash a lot because I tend to get hit a lot. If I don't dash, I'll stay in place, and that's not good. Obviously, each run is procedurally generated. If you've never played a roguelike before.
Something.
So we got our Chthonic Key, so we'll be able to move on to the next room. Let's see. Okay, so we have the option to go to a shop, which we only have 45 gold. So, or I'm sorry, Charon's Obol, which is the currency of the underworld. It's not enough to really buy anything at all, so we will go here towards. This is a Dionysus boon. The god of partying. He's got some cool abilities. Whoop! And I swear, half the time you don't need the enemies to kill me, because I do plenty of killing myself here on these traps. Obviously, in the beginning, I don't have many abilities, so it's difficult to make the run last. We'll say that's the PC way of saying it here.
Hey there, Zagman. How's it going? Look, you have got to get here with the rest of us already. We've been saving you a spot. Let me see what I can do. Make life a little sweeter for you in the meantime.
Alright, so our special inflicts hangover, lobs a large explosive that bursts into festive fog, and I take less damage at 40% health or below. I think that the increasing our special would be nice, but I like hangover for like attack abilities where you're hitting them over and over again because it stacks on itself. So with the special, I don't use it as much with the sword, so it's not really going to do me a ton of good. And I think I'd like to have a new cast anyway. So this will kind of lob a little bomb and make a little fog for.
Can't heal myself, but I can fight.
Yes, you can fight. It'll kind of slow enemies down, and it does a good bit of damage. So, we have an Artemis boon that we could take, or some health. And I feel like we should try the Artemis boon. It will be a mini boss room, so that'll make it pretty difficult. Try my new festive fog here. These guys throw bombs at us, so we'd like to avoid those. Just keep moving. Oh. So typically in the early game here, especially the cast, you get one of those little, I don't even know what you call it, but stays in the enemy once it hits them, or until the effect ends. And then you pick it back up and you can use it again. So we did pretty well there, but even though we're pretty low on health.
Anyway, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, we are now meeting Artemis.
Look, I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
I like a lot of her stuff. Okay, so these different colors here, obviously rare, epic, that means they're stronger to start out with before they're increased with POMOF power. I will take the stronger special, so that'll increase our damage and give us a high critical chance.
The power of the hunt sounds like good company to keep.
Alright, moving on, we'll get some darkness. Assuming we survive. We've only got 9 health left. So this will probably be a short introductory run. Oop, it's going to be very short. Run! Run away! I had kind of hoped that for my first run, with as much time as I've spent on this game, that I might have at least made it to the boss of Tartarus here. This game is divided into 4 floors. And as we increase in power, I hope we'll be able to show you more of them. So these guys have armor. So they don't get stun locked when I hit them until the armor's broken. So that makes them a little more dangerous. Also, more health for them, obviously. So we are still plugging along here at 1 hit point. We'll go for another Chthonic key. They're good in the early... if you've just started a game. That'll get us closer to... oh, there it is. I didn't even see what hit me. So we've taken our first death.
Damn it. I'm home.
Okay, so now we're back in the House of Hades.
Carry on, everyone. Don't mind me.
I don't think I'm gonna talk to a whole lot of people just because I don't want to spoil a lot of the story elements, so I might kind of scroll through most of what they're saying.
I know you. Guess that means you died.
Some of us more than others.
And if I don't talk to anybody, then I won't unlock certain things that you can get later.
The House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed layer of the
But it's very it's such a wonderful, wonderfully built game, like I said, and one of the biggest draws of the game for me is the storyline, and the character development and all that stuff, and it's something that I feel like people should play to really get, because you really get invested into the characters and their stories. Fears for the weak. So I'll probably, unless of course, if there's a huge demand for me to follow through with the story, then I'll not talk over them and let kind of people experience it here without playing it. But I highly encourage everyone to play this game,
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was
especially if this is your kind of thing.
What do I?
Okay, we're just skipping through some of this.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regard.
Oh, obviously we've got
You know,
Cerberus, the 3-headed hound of hell.
That's a good boy.
We just love to give pets to.
Seek pity someplace else.
Okay, so the House of Hades is... I haven't seen it this empty since I first started playing this game when it was in early access. So I'm looking forward to re-experiencing all this stuff with you, the internet.
Do not despair, child.
I believe it, Nex. I'm grateful that you put us into contact. I know you took a considerable risk.
The risk is not to me. I expected the Olympians would involve themselves in this eventually.
Yes, we are.
Then go.
So everything's very dark right now. Okay. Then here we have Zagreus's
I'm back.
house, or not house, bedroom. Bed chambers, thank you.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad, is it?
I love that Zagreus seems to be the only person that can actually hear the voiceover.
Night.
Here's our Mirror of Night. This is where we'll increase our abilities to make future runs a little easier, so we can unlock new stuff with the Chthonic keys as I mentioned before. I think, let's see here. So we can't do a ton, but I think we will increase our... Might as well get at least one ability here. I think I can buy one of these, or both of these, one level of each. Why not? Okay, so obviously then they increase in cost as you go up. So with the Chthonic Vitality, we'll get a little bit of health back when we go to a new room. There's a lot of stuff that we still need to unlock. Obviously, it's our first run. Then we have our preparation room. Okay, so we have access to 2 other weapons here. Let's see. I think we can unlock one of these. We've only got one Chthonic key though, so I think it's worth it. So we have our sword already, that was free.
There we go. Coronacht, the Heart Seeker. Let's deal some death.
Yeah.
Over here. What the?
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
Alright.
I don't remember having you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
If you insist.
So he's our training dummy, obviously. It shows us up in the top left corner what our moves are. Got a power shot there, that's a timed thing. Volley fire, that's our special. Alright, and then over here,
I'll have to come back later.
yeah, we have nothing here yet, obviously. We get these from our dialogue options. A lot of atmosphere in this game. You can come over here and just kind of view Tartarus.
First get past the wretched shades of Tartarus. Easier said than done. And doubtless I'll be running into Meg. I'll figure something out. A river of flame ought to be just beyond. I can escape from the courtyard back there.
Okay. So we will try another quick run here. I'm sure it won't last too long, but I don't want the video to be too short.
Time to go.
So we'll try the bow this time. Get a little look at that.
Thunder. Is this really him? Okay.
Alright, starting off with a ZEUS boon.
Greetings there, young man. Look, your father.
Okay. Thunder causes. Okay, so your attack emits chain lightning when you damage a foe. That's nice. The special causes a lightning bolt to strike nearby foes. That is fantastic with the bow. So we will actually take that. And obviously we had a dash option there as well.
Never thought I'd see the day. Or night. Whenever.
I typically, just in my own experience, I tend to be pretty good with the bow.
Composed of such innumerable
Good thing I'm not dead.
Lots of exposition. Like I said, if you want me to slow down and actually let some of these messages play through, be my guest, let me know. Whoa! Alright. So with the bow, I do tend to use the special a lot more often than I do with the sword. It can hit multiple enemies, and I'm generally for attacks that allow me to hit as many people as I can.
That must be a mess. Let's see here. Hi there. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, so you've got the Goddess of Love.
Hello there, little godling. I have to say you're quite the specimen, and so I've decided I shall aid you for the moment. You interested?
I don't think anyone would be able to say no to that. So we'll attack I think we'll take an increased attack here. So this will increase our damage quite a bit, and then it'll inflict the enemies with me weak, so they won't be able to hit me as much. We have another dash option here as well, and reduce damage from all attacks.
Interested? And the power to break hearts? Sure, I don't see why not.
Alright, we'll move on to the next room here. This is a good special. When you get up close, more of the arrows hit them. Which obviously does more damage. Alright.
Over there.
Pretty easy room. Over there? Over where? What? I didn't see it. So, we'll move on. We'll go for another Katana key here. Darkness is really good to try to get early in the game too, because the abilities you get from the mirror really make a huge difference. Okay. I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't get hit though. I like just kind of froze in place for a minute.
A Chthonic key.
Alright, new key, and I think that we should...
Let me see.
We have a Palm of Power, but I think we'll go for the boon. We've got some armored dudes.
Payback.
Not sure what the payback was for. We still haven't taken damage yet on this run. Whoa! I almost made a liar out of me. Ooh, okay. First hit of the... Oh, jeepers. Getting cocky. Alright, let's see what Dionysus has for us. Dash causes hangover several times near where you started. We've got the after party if our health is low after encounters. Restore it to a 30% threshold. And take less damage at 40% or below. I think we'll go with the dash here. So we get
That's good.
a neat little effect when we dash, and that'll... Hangover's kind of like a poison effect. It stacks up the more that they get hit with it. So it can really add up if you have a... Say like, you know, the attack with the sword. You hit someone 4 times, they get 4 stacks of hangover, and they're taking damage for all of it. Whoop, don't stand on the spikes. That's generally not how you win runs. Okay. Pick up a little more darkness for the mirror. And then we have a little... It's like the shop. But it's you get these a choice of 3 items, and it seems random each time you see one of these. So we could buy some gems. We could get an extra cast for 6 encounters. But I think we will restore 14 life for just 27 gold. And we don't have enough money for a shop, so we'll see what Lord Zeus has for us here next.
Ready, lads?
Alright. These guys, it's just really important to keep running. Just keep moving so that the bombs can't get you. They really aren't very fast enemies, so it's should be easy to avoid them. That said, I often do not. Like right there, see if they just jump right into a bomb, kind of doing their work for them. Run! Okay. They also drop one when they die, which I often forget. Ooh, cast as a burst of chain lightning. Lightning effects make people jolted, and lightning bolt increases larger area. Those were words. I can't read good. We'll go for the cast. Chain lightning's pretty good effect to have. Check it out. Yes. We got a pretty Zeus heavy run going on here.
Good night.
Alright. Pretty easy room. We got a little bit of a health increase there. And we'll move on. with my 1 hit point back. Whoop, run away. Okay. I was lucky I did enough damage to break his armor there, otherwise he was hitting me. As you can see, I do tend to be a little bit better with ranged weapons. I'm not bad with the sword. I like using it. I just don't seem to do very well with it. I guess a little bit about me, since this is my first ever YouTube video. Like I said, I've been wanting to do something like this for some time, but I haven't found a game that I really felt passionate enough to do that with. We'll go for gems here. Hades has just really hit me in a big way.
Wretches, take him now.
And I just want to share that with the internet. Okay, so this is like a challenge room. We just have to survive for a certain amount of time. I think 45 seconds was what was on the clock there. So he'll just keep pouring enemies out at me. Cool. There's a little chain lightning there. So I'm a bit of an old man. Getting into the whole YouTube thing a little later in life here. But, you know, I also have a full-time job as a nurse, so finding time to do things like that is very difficult. Especially because I have 2 wonderful stepchildren that I take care of often as well with my wife. I took a lot of damage there. We got some gems. These are good for the House of Hades. You can upgrade things.
No way to patch up. Got to keep going.
So I think here the health would be nice, but
Made it this far.
I think we'll go for the money here so we can see what the shop looks like if we live that long. But it's my sincere hope, you know, I have no issue with nursing. I love my job. I love being a nurse, and this is something I also love to do, so if I can find a way to incorporate both, then I'm going to do it. Decided that that wall had to be shot. Got that guy. Our lightning is doing major work for us here. Ooh. We got a little bit of money here, so if we see a shop, I think it'll be worth it to go. Oh, and it looks like we'll get some more money in the next room here. Off to a good start. So if you've never checked out a Supergiant game, highly recommended. I actually, I played Bastion back when it was relatively new, and that was an amazing game, as I mentioned earlier. I have not yet played Transistor, but I've heard great things about it, and I do intend to. Pyre I play a little bit of, and unfortunately life and work gets in the way of me really focusing on games for too long. So I haven't really had much of a chance to play that either, but it's definitely enjoyable. One of the biggest things I love about this game, and it's something I loved about Bastion too, was the music. It can really be such a make or break thing for games, and they just seem to have nailed it every time. So we will check out our shop. Charon is here, selling us stuff. His conversations I can usually let go through because he's just super chatty, so I like to save all the all the
Well, let's have a
time
look around.
spent on him. So we got a good bit of money, so I think I'll probably buy out the shop here. Let's see
Thank you,
what, ooh. Our cast seeks foes. I'm gonna keep our, I wouldn't mind the heroic level boon here, but I think I'm gonna keep the chain lightning. Exit wounds, that's a pretty interesting ability, and any damage has a chance to be critical. I think, I'll take the exit wounds. I think that's a pretty good ability. We'll buy a
This will
key,
unlock something back home.
and we'll buy a palm of power here. So I think we should, since we decided to keep our cast, maybe we upgrade it. I do use our special a lot though, but I think we'll stick with the cast.
Beyond the present chamber lies the outermost perimeter of Tartarus.
And I can
Okay.
reckon quite a bit.
So we will be going into our boss room here.
Well, this is awkward.
Halt, Zagreus. Not one step further.
Come on, Meg. Haven't we had more than enough of each other by now? Besides,
Your father sent me.
Okay, so
All in all, I'd rather
Megara
be
will be
outside
blocking
the
our
fence.
way out of Tartarus here. She's one of the Furies.
Good little man.
I'll have to go.
Obviously, there's a bit of a history here between Zagreus and Megara. Run away. This is our first boss fight here. Ooh.
Get the hell out of here.
Language.
Start running through.
Run away. I'll be surprised if, I'd like to think that I could beat Meg here with such little character advancement. Oh,
Give Hades
But-
my regards.
Comedic time in there. That did not happen. So, okay. It's our first boss fight. It ended poorly.
Cheers for that, Meg.
But as we continue to go through runs and earn more darkness to increase our abilities and open some new weapons, and even the weapons themselves can be upgraded.
Someone's at the desk next to the throne.
Yeah, they sure are. So that's where we'll use our gems, actually. So we'll kind of blow through some of these dialogues here real quick
Yeah, I
here,
hope so too.
just to get it out of the way.
Lad, I've known great men.
I'll give them hell as you once did a kid.
Like I said, I highly encourage anyone who's at all interested in these types of games to give this one a try. For me, Hades is a 10 out of 10. There's almost nothing I don't like about this game.
That shade, boy, is mine.
You're trying to guilt me into fun.
Perhaps once we are finished with repair.
Nice.
Okay, so this is where he's just talking about the lounge.
Area within that.
Cerberus destroyed the lounge again.
So we'll have to come in here to our
Some
new
sort of
house
special
contractor
opportunity
here.
for good shade.
This is where we spend our gems. So we've got several things we can... A lot of it's very cosmetic. So some of them are pretty funny. The work orders here are things that seem to affect the actual gameplay. I will spend 0 gems to add fountain chambers to Tartarus.
Work authorized. A fountain chamber in the depths of Tartarus sounds like an excellent idea.
And what that'll do is some of the rooms that we go into will simply have fountains that we can heal at and no enemies. And then I think we have 10 gems, so yeah, sure, we'll spend 10 more on the Infernal Troves.
The ever-shifting
And those will
chambers
be
of the
like
underworld
challenges,
ought to be a little lively with this.
time challenges where you can get
Shall achieve.
some benefits, either some money or health or gems, based on how fast you complete the challenge.
Darkness guide you, child.
Okay,
Forget you next, I swear it.
we can talk to the
There goes the
Shades.
Shades.
He died in a brawl. So that's going to do it for our first video. I will put a link to the store page for Hades the Steam store page in the description. And yeah, I also stream this game on Twitch. I'll put a link to my profile there as well. I typically play my game that I've played since since early access, so it's a little more entertaining because I can do more stuff and I'm a little better at it. But we'll get there with this one as well too. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again. I can't. Gotta exit. Gotta alt tab here. There we go. All right, now we're good. Have a good day, everyone. Bye bye.